This is part 5 of the Caro-Kann Defense opening repertoire. Today, we're going to be looking at Levy Rozman's treatment to how to play against the Caro-Kann. So, this is a video titled One Pawn Crushes the Caro-Kann. But we'll just have a treatment for that right now. E4, C6 of course, D4, D5. So now this is when we see Levy Rozman's recommendation. So is F3, the fantasy variation. So it's really good weapon if you play the usual stuff. It's crushing even. So if you take an E4, it's a trap. Don't do that. Don't do G6. It's really natural. G6 is not so good. White has a really stable advantage. So instead, I recommend to use this treatment with E6. So he recommends knight C3, and we go bishop B4 to pin the knight on C3. So the move that he recommends is either to go queen E3 or pawn E5. And the main move, the most popular move, is bishop F4. I'm going to look at all these treatments right now. First of all, let's look at the main thing, queen E3. Now we go knight E7. You see this knight E7 move comes up a lot in other variations, so you want to go knight E7, not an F6. Don't do that. So now bishop F4 mostly played. He recommends that. And now black goes B6 to do bishop A6 action. So you don't want to be worried about this bishop being behind the pawns because this bishop will be traded off by S6 and trading off F1. So they go knight to E2. He recommends that. So bishop A6 on the board. He goes queen E3, and now we go just castles. The castles queenside, but now we just do just C5. If you think about it, actually good attacking initiative on the queen side to attack the king. They go A3 to say, I want to trade you off your bishop, and I'll say, okay, that's fine. There, take, queen takes, bishop E2. They go take back, and we go C4. The plan is to go B5, A5, B4. A really solid plan attacking this king. So white goes usually H4, just a pawn storm of their own, B5, H5, A5, G4, and B4. So they go queen E3, if they know what's good for them. And we go queen B6. And they go G5, usually. And now we go knight G7, just to connect the rooks to help attack this king on the queen side. So white can do G6. If they go A6, oh, just go with G6 yourself. And there's no attack for him forever. So they usually go G6 instead. And we take with the F pawn. Alright, so if they take back, we'll just do knight G6. No problems at all. And take the bishop with tempo with the rook. So that it'll move the bishop again. That's why we take the F pawn. But, so if they don't take the pawn G6 or the H pawn, they usually do bishop G5. And I recommend now knight F6. They go E5, tagging the knight. We go this cool move, knight F5, tagging the queen. The queen goes back to D2. So we go knight takes H5. And this game is really good for black, for sure. So let's say if we go beyond Levy Rozman's recommendations, we play the most popular lines in the fantasy variation. So let's do that. So they go usually, the most popular move is bishop F4 right now. But now we just go knight E7, familiar territory. Then actually, the most popular move is queen E3, just transposing into the Levy Rozman's line. So now we go B6 as a response, knight EG2, and now bishop A6, queen E3 castles. Everything is exactly the same as Levy Rozman's treatment with queen E3 before bishop before, and the game is similar. So let's go back and look at the second recommendation of Levy Rozman. He says, oh, just go E5. We go C5. If you know the French defense, doesn't this look familiar with the Winterward variation of the French, with a bishop B4, C5, but there's odd for white. There's no queen G4, usual move. It's really a worse version of the Winterward for him, so white's just really struggling. So at this point, A3 is a typical move. Take on C3, there, and knight E7. Exactly the same things that we've seen before. F4, B6. So again, similar things, patterns that we've seen before, nothing different. Now F3, bishop A6. and we're trying to trade off the bishops, and basically the game will be equal or if not better to black. So if we go back a little bit, let's say if they go g3 instead to go bishop g2 to avoid the trade. That's fine. That's totally fine. Bishop a6 anyways. Bishop g2. Now we go knight c6. Knight f3. Now we just go knight a5. Just looking at the light squares. Not allowing c4. And they go bishop e3 usually. We go castling. They go either d takes c5 or king f2. They can't castle because the bishop is not allowing that at all. They can't castle through check. So they go, actually, d takes c5. If they do that, we go rook c8, not taking back to c5. They go pawn takes b6, and we go, actually this is a cool move, knight f5, taking the bishop on e3. So if I treat that one with going bishop f2, we go actually rook c3. Don't care about this pawn, we'll just take it later. So white can go knight d4, now we take this pawn to b6. This game will be really in black's favor.